How's everybody doing? Great to be back here in Los Angeles. I cannot believe that tomorrow night we're going to be right here inside the fabulous Forum in Inglewood, California for UFC 199. It didn't take long for Michael Bisping to get under the skin of Luke Rockhold, did it? Doesn't take Michael very long at all. It's a great matchup. We hope Chris Weidman gets healthy, and then he'll be able to look to get his belt back. But tomorrow night, the main event, the champion Luke Rockhold, the challenger Michael Bisping, fighting for the 26th time inside the octagon. 27 is the record held by Tito Ortiz. Michael Bisping about to get his first ever title shot. So that's a great fight. Can't wait for that one. How about the co-main event? These guys love each other, don't they? The co-headliner, if you will. Dominic Cruz, Uriah Faber for a fourth time that Uriah Faber gets a shot at UFC Gold. And of course, Cruz has been defeated one time in his mixed martial arts career, and that was by Uriah Faber at 145 by a choke. So a great card. I mean, we've got Bobby Green, Dustin Poirier. How about Dan Henderson, the future Hall of Famer, Hendo? Going to take on Hector Lombard, and I love the Ricardo Lamas and Max Holloway fight. These two guys are truly part of the future at 145. So we've got a great pay-per-view. Right now we've got great Q&A. We're going to have a great afternoon with you guys. Have lots of fun. You see we've got some great Harley-Davidson motorcycles on the stage right here. And I'm going to remind you to make sure to check out the UFC 199 Fan Village presented by Harley-Davidson. Tomorrow from 12 to 4, it'll be located in the main parking lot right here at the Forum. You'll be able to meet some of your UFC fighters like Paige Van Zandt, Flyweight Champion Demetrious Johnson. It will be free and open to the public. Don't miss out on the UFC 199 Fan Village presented by Harley-Davidson, the only motorcycle worthy of being in the octagon. All right, we're going to get our special guest out here in just a second. We'll do some Q&A. You guys will run the show. You guys will get involved. Let's take a look at who's going to join us for about the next 45 minutes. Take a look at the screen.
Having already established himself as a pound-for-pound talent while competing against bigger, stronger men in the bantamweight division, big things were expected from Mighty Mouse Demetrious Johnson when the UFC introduced the flyweight division in 2012. Johnson handily defeated both Ian McCall and Joseph Benavidez in the tournament to become the first UFC flyweight champion.
Please welcome the UFC flyweight champion of the world, Mighty Mouse Demetrious Johnson. Good to see you.
Good to be here.
All right, this just in, we were backstage, and I said to Demetrius that I just found out that you have quick hands and great footwork. I don't think any of you guys knew that, did you? It's crazy.
Happens.
I got the inside information, right?
You do. Well, you guys know how this goes. Ask me anything you want, and let's get this party
You've done
on
a
the
few
road.
of these before,
Absolutely.
Right? Let me get one out of the way, though. I mean,
Okay.
Obviously, you are, in Joe's estimation, and I agree, the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world today. But you're coming off that great victory over Henry Cejudo, one that was maybe the best victory of your career, especially the way you ended it. How great did that feel? I know that night it was awesome, but right now, how do you feel about yourself, your career, coming off the most defining statement that you've ever delivered?
Yeah, I mean, it was a great fight. I mean, a lot of talk going into this fight against Henry Cejudo that he was going to be the toughest of my challenge. Everybody was getting a hard on over that gold medal, but hey, you know, it is what it is. I mean, like I said, man, there's 1,000 gold medals in the world, but there's only one flyweight champion of the world.
And that is this man, Demetrious Johnson. Well said. All right, we've got guys lined up. You guys know what you're doing. We also have a microphone on that side, so don't be shy. Go ahead and get us started, sir.
All right, what's up, DJ?
What's going on?
I couldn't think of a good question, so last night I was hanging out on Skelly's chat and asked her if she had anything good for me.
He's got a nice shirt on.
I know he does.
So she suggested, I don't know if you want to give context to it or have time to, but she suggested I ask, on a scale of 1 to 10, how spicy are you?
I'm 11. I'm 11 spicy.
Right on, I'm recording. I'll share with her. And I would say good luck in your next fight, but the dude's on a 1-fight win streak, so not necessary.
You have to be humbled. You have to be humbled.
I know you do.
Any fighter can lose on any given day. So, you know, a lot of people out there, you know, a lot of people come to me and goes, I don't even know who the hell that man is. I'm like, it doesn't matter, bro. Like, nobody knew who Henry Cejudo was. I was in the gym just sitting there chilling and not taken my training seriously. You know, I take every training for a fight seriously, and you know, I know UFC 201, Wilson Hayes is going to bring it, and you guys can believe that I'm show up and put on a great performance again.
Well, your humble attitude makes you more likable, and I wish you luck. Thank you.
Thank you. First, come back. Don't turn your back. What is your name on Twitch?
I am Jeremy Craves, and my girlfriend is Jenna Snow. Craves Snow.
Craves Snow. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good day. He's one of the Twitch subscribers.
There you go.
Each time I meet one of my subscribers, I do that.
I love that.
So-
I love that. How tough is it to stay mentally challenged? Because you've got to challenge yourself in training every day, because you are kind of dominant right now. I would say dominant is a safe word to use.
Yeah.
How tough is that, DJ, when you are kind of schooling the division, but yet you know, like you just talked to him about, that anything can happen at any time inside the octagon?
Yeah, you know, in the octagon, I don't look at it as me saying I'm schooling my opponents, because I mean, before I came out here, I grappled with Matt Hume, and he worked me.
He schooled you?
He schooled me, and so I'm always trying to compete with Matt Hume. That's my goal, is always to compete with Matt Hume. Like when I come in the gym and I see Bibiano Fernandez and him grapple, they're competing with each other. And when me and Matt spar, do MMA sparring, kickboxing, Muay Thai, or grappling, whatever, I want to compete. I want to give you a run for your money. So that's my ultimate goal. When I get into octagon, that's just the end product. You know, what you guys are seeing, you know, when I grab Henry Cejudo and kneed him and went here and through the elbow, Matt Hume does it to me all the time. So that's just me doing what Matt Hume does to me in the gym.
The Wizard, next up over here. Go ahead, please.
Hi, Demetrious Johnson. It's really nice to meet you. I'm sorry I'm sick. I have a bad voice and
It's
bad
okay.
cold.
I can hear you.
But my question is, how do you feel about them having the Ultimate Fighter based off just beating you? Like, it's Joseph Benavidez versus Cejudo, and they have a bunch of flyweights planning to beat you because you're so dominant. And, yeah. And also, who do you think will win that fight between the two of them?
I think it's great. It's awesome. You know, in the world of mixed martial arts, you have so many different organizations. You have UFC, ONE FC, Bellator, World Series of Fighting. I mean, you have so many. The Shuto in Brazil, there's so many of them. So basically what the UFC's done is gone around grabbing all the baddest flyweights in the world, because there's other bad middleweight champions out in the world. There's other badass welterweight champions out in the world. Ben Askren, you know, he's a welterweight. I would love to see Ben Askren fight Robbie Lawler. But we will never get to see that happen unless they do an Ultimate Fighter for the welterweight division. And so essentially that's what's going to happen. I'm very excited for this, and I'm very excited to see what the end result is. As far as Henry Cejudo versus Joseph Benavidez, it's tough because I mean, Joseph doesn't have a clinch game like I do. But Joseph has a good submission game. He hits hard, and it all depends what Henry Cejudo does. Like, I haven't not seen enough from Henry Cejudo to see how he can, you know, take on Joseph's style. I mean, they're both totally different fighters. It'll come down to whoever's going to be the better athlete and who's going to be able to execute their game plan.
Okay, cool. And one last question. What made you decide to take a fight at UFC 201? I thought you wanted to take a break.
Because they called me and I said yes.
Oh, okay. Thanks for answering my question.
Hey,
You're
let's
welcome.
keep one thing in mind. I know it was a little bit different, but does everybody remember why Matt Serra got a title shot against George St. Pierre years ago? No. No. Yes. He won the Ultimate Fighter, the season with all the veterans, the comeback. And Travis Lutter won, but then he missed weight and fought Anderson. But Matt Serra was a product of the Ultimate Fighter. Now, that season, as DJ, they were veterans. It was the comeback. I know it's a little different in your scenario, but that's why Matt Serra got the shot against GSP. And last time I checked, he shocked the world.
Yep, he knocked him out. And then you know, GSP came back, made things right, and he won. You know, and that's the beautiful thing about fighting. You know, it's anybody can win on any given day, you know. Doesn't mean truly you're better than, I mean, yeah, it kind of does. But, I mean, shit happens, man. It happens. Errol, why don't you get off your phone? That's so rude. Porn can wait. Okay.
And he just uses the French-Canadian one. So you got Forrest, you got Rashad.
Yep.
You've got Matt Serra, Carla Esparza.
Yep.
Michael Bisping tomorrow night will try to become the 5th Ultimate Fighter winner to win a UFC championship. Next question over here.
Hi, I'm a huge fan, and I'm so excited with the success you've had, so congratulations.
Thank you.
My question is, years ago when you were first starting out, who were the fighters that you looked up to when you were starting to have your success?
It was Andre Arlovsky. He was so good about being here and moving. He was with the inside 9, one overhand right. I loved how he did that. And then Crow Cop, I loved how he would just be here and then boom and throw the high kick. So honestly, it was those two that I really loved. Like when it came, people were like, "Oh man, you need to watch smaller guys." I'm like, nah. I like Andre and Crow Cop. And for the longest time, I'm not Croatian, but I was like, people I used to train with at AMC still, I said I want to get shorts, half Croatian flag and just half black. And they're like, dude, you're not even Croatian. I was like, dude, Crow Cop's he's a shit. So those are the two guys I looked up to when I grew up.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Over here, go ahead.
What's up, Mike?
Hey,
are
what's
you,
up,
sir?
man?
What's up, DJ?
How you doing?
Good. I think we could all agree that you wiped out your division.
Not true? If I go on.
I think it's about time to move up. But anyhow, who do you think would be a better matchup for you, Uriah or Dominic?
Oh, Jesus. So I walk around about 140 pounds. I had a barbecue, a neighborhood barbecue. I had about 5 beers, ribs, smoked chicken. Did I have dessert that night?
It was
I
5
had-
though,
I had
right? It
dessert that
wasn't.
night. But I woke
wasn't
up-
4 or 6. It was 5, right?
Yeah, it was probably
Bud
6.
Light.
I'm not sure.
Bud Light, of
yeah,
course.
Bud Light.
Of course.
But I woke up and I weighed 141 pounds. So I'm eating whatever I want to walk around 141. Once I start training hard and dieting, I maybe walk around like 138. So me cutting to 135 is like not an essential thing to guys like Dom, Uriah. I mean, I remember Uriah said he's cracked 160. I've never seen 160 before in my life. But given the fact that there's a potential I could fight either one of those men, the thing with Dom is he's tall and he moves so much, and he's always throwing punches like that. I mean, honestly, you can negate. I don't want to go that way. They'll both be tough fights. Once you ask me a question, I'm going to start going to my mind how to assess the situation. But, I will go with Uriah because Uriah is dangerous. He goes for the kill. He would try to jump on my back, submit me. He has that guillotine choke. With Dom, it's going to be about how can I get to him without getting hit and worry about his knee tap takedown. So Dom is a bigger dude, but I think Uriah has, finished more people and it's in his stats. So I would say Uriah be the tougher because he's looking for the kill. But then again, I could be like, well, Uriah, that'll be easy because Uriah's gonna go for the kill, so I can take an angle, land the shot, knee, I get him in my clinch. To where Dom, I have to go out. You watch me and Dom's first fight, I had to chase him, 2-3-2, because Dom likes to do this hit, and that's why I'm trying to land a high kick. So, I mean, they're both tough fights. I mean, any way you look at them.
Any feeling of unfinished business?
No.
No.
I don't care about that.
Long time ago, right?
Yeah, well, when I see these guys getting mad and like, I'm gonna fuck you up, blah, 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 I'm like, grow up. You guys are both adults. Shut up. But
One last thing. I haven't done this in a while because it's been a long time since the Q&A has been in either here or Vegas. Will you follow me on Twitter at Johnny Alfline? JOHNNY. Mike, it would be a pleasure if you did also.
Absolutely.
I'll see you back at the hotel most likely.
I like
There you
his
go.
plug.
Thank
Make sure you
you.
guys follow that man on Twitter too, okay? Not
Get
just
on
me,
it.
all you guys do it, okay?
Everybody have a good UFC 199.
Thank you,
Thanks,
sir.
buddy.
Thank you very much. All right, go ahead, my friend.
What's going on, DJ?
What's up?
I was just wondering, do you train with any other camps in between fights? And if Matt Hume ever decided to take a break from training you, what camp do you think you would go to?
I do not train with anybody else in camps. I'm not a big believer of cross training because eventually you're going to fight that person, and a lot of people say iron sharpens iron, but also iron breaks iron. Okay, and that's why people have so many injuries. Like if I'm training with another world class, when me and Bibiano train, there's been times when me and him were training, we'll go super hard. We're like, hey, I'm gonna compete and you're gonna compete. And it ends up one of us getting cut or one of us getting injured, and we're like, this is fucking stupid. Like, we just need to get healthy enough to make it to the fight, and then we'll make our money and do it. So, no, I do not to answer that question. If I was to, Matt Hume was like, DJ, I'm done. We had a great run. I'm over it. He talks very highly of Rafael Cordero. So I will probably go train with him. I don't know if they have any small guys, but if Matt says he speaks highly of him, then I will be at his gym. Or Andre Pederneiras, I will go to him too. But Matt speaks highly of those two. The guys, because at one time, Matt Hume was a professional fighter, and he was fighting around the world. Who was alongside by him was Andre Pederneiras, Cordero. I don't think he ever fought, but I think he did Muay Thai. So I look highly about the coaches who've competed in combat sports because they've been there, done it. I'm not a firm believer of having a coach who's like, all right, just do this, run back, and do that, go. I'm not a big fan. I need to have a coach who's like, okay, you're going to do this and this. Stand there, I'll show you how to do it. And he would do it.
Sick. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Interesting you talked about both those guys. They obviously fought. Andre fought in the UFC. There are more little guys in Rio at that gym than they are here, but it would be a lot easier to train in California for you with your family, your children.
Shit, not with that tax. No, the tax. Absolutely not. No.
Well, you don't have to like
that's true,
claim
that's true.
tax for training.
That's true.
Or
That's
maybe
true.
maybe I just ruined it. Maybe you do now because of me. Go ahead, sir.
What's up, Mighty Mouse?
What's up?
All right, 3 things. First, I need to apologize for betting $100 on Cejudo.
It's okay, dog. It's okay,
I'll never
man.
do that again.
It's okay. You would have got a better return if you kept it in the bank if you would bet on me or him. Because in the long run, you just never know.
Second, oftentimes skill is overshadowed by popularity when it comes to talking about pound for pound or greatest of all time. Do you think for you not being in the mainstream doesn't solidify you as being pound for pound or even considered to be one of the greatest of all time?
Don't worry about it. I just fight. I mean, at the end of the day, it's, people are always going to have a perception of you, and it's always going to change. I can go out here and get knocked out by Wilson Hayes. I'm like, that guy fucking sucks. He's ever the pound players. I would never happen to John Jones. And your guys' perception could be absolutely washed away. So I don't always try to go after your guys', I guess you say, notoriety, or yes, you have that stamp. If I just keep on fighting and winning, then that's going to take care of itself. Then it doesn't matter what you guys think of me. There's people out in the world who still think I'm boring or this and that. I don't care. I just go out there and fight, and you like it, you like it. If you don't, turn the channel.
Yeah. And third thing.
Dana's probably not happy. He goes, you fucking idiot, what are you doing? Tell them to keep the channel.
Yeah.
Go on.
Third thing, why don't you jump on FIFA 16 so we could play?
Because I can do this. We can go outside and play FIFA 16 if we really wanted to. So
I didn't know if that was FIFA or Samba. I didn't know.
No,
you
it
were
was
doing
good.
that.
But that's the thing, man. A lot of people are like, man, you need to do this on your stream. You need to play sports team. I was like, dude, I'll go outside and go get my buddy Pedro, and we'll go play basketball. I don't need to pretend I'm LeBron James. As my wife says, I don't need to pretend I'm 6'12", because that's 7 foot. So there you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you know they do FIFA in like 16 different languages? It's the largest selling game that EA Sports does. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, EA Sports knows what they're doing.
That's
FIFA's
very
big.
impressive.
You probably have the English version, right?
Absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Subtitle.
Next.
Brazilian.
Subtitle, of
With
course.
subtitle.
Up next. Go ahead, sir.
Hey, DJ. I just want to first say that I've never bet against you, and I never plan to, so it's kind of weird. My question is, how has training in the gi helped you in MMA?
I tell you what, training the gi, it's not easy because, you think about it. When I fight, I'm basically naked. I got basically boxer briefs on. So training the gi, it hasn't helped my MMA game because I've seen guys go from Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and they come over to their non-gi side, and I'm just passing their guard easily, and they're like, I have no handles. I'm like, nah, dog. If somebody broke into my house and I'm butt naked and we're wrestling on the ground, there's no handles besides one. But other than that, we're good. But given the fact with gi, it's different. It works on your dexterity in your hands, and it just opens your mind to a different game. It's a slow, methodical game to where non-gi, it's more of a fast-paced game. Like, I'm a fast-paced guy.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Up next.
Hey, Mighty Mouse.
What's up, buddy?
I know you're chasing history, Anderson's record and all. Is there like a dream venue or, a dream opponent you want to fight to chase history the night you do it?
Nah. I grew up fighting in a ring, so every single one of my MMA fights has always been in a ring. So my vision one time was to have the blue pride gloves, to be out there and be like, judge, ready, fight. All right, 10 minutes. All right, here we go, boss. What do you think? That was, growing up, seeing that, and like the first round was 10 minutes, and just going and going and going. A lot of shit happens in 10 minutes. Like 5 minutes, a lot of people out there, when I see guys fight 5-5s, they're like, man, I don't know how you do it. I was like, dude, it's still not enough fucking time. Like, I can still keep going and going and going. So that was like my top of the world is fighting in that style in a ring. So that was my goal.
All right. And my last question is, if I could take a picture with you afterwards?
I just work for the UFC. I don't work. I don't run the UFC.
Up to you guys.
I thought that was going to be the first question, but it was Twitter, so we dodged it. But yellow tank top, number one.
Okay, perfect. Got you, buddy.
Okay. Go ahead over here.
Hello. First, I want to thank the UFC for coming out to LA. It's awesome.
It's great to be
here.
back. Thank you.
I'm so happy.
It's great to be back.
And second, I have a YouTube show where I cover MMA fights called Nate's MMA Corner. I want to thank my fans that are watching this. And I predicted all your fights correctly on you winning, except the Ali fight. I picked Ali.
He was juiced. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I know. Anyways, so I'm a PR major at Cal State. And when I graduate, I'll be a senior starting in September. And once I graduate, I plan on working in this sport, in PR or TV reporting. And if there's something in the UFC's PR team, like Dave Scholler, that you wish they would do for you that they aren't, what would it be? They're
killing it. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I like Dave Scholler, I like Lene. I mean, they've always been very accommodating to my schedule and making things a lot easier for me. They always have us go out to California to do media row, I guess you can call it. I say, dude, I'm coming out Sunday. After I'm doing media, I'm getting on the plane. I'm getting the hell out of here. So I have no complaints from the PR aspect of the UFC. So they're killing it. I'm happy.
So if I take notes from them, then I'm in good hands?
You get real far. And don't take notes to the bald guy right there.
Which
Ariel
bald
Helwani.
guy?
Don't take notes from him. He's not doing very well.
Oh, Ariel. Oh, okay. Well, I watch MMA Beat. I'm a big fan of MMA
That's
Beat.
actually a good show. I love that show too.
I think Luke Thomas might be my favorite cast member.
I don't know. He likes to jump on different bandwagons.
Just kidding.
But he's actually kind of intelligent. I was watching one of his breakdowns and I was like, we need to kill this man. He's speaking our language right now. But yeah.
And also, second question, real quick. Would you coach a season of The Ultimate Fighter? I mean, next season is kind of revolved around you.
If I was to coach a season, it would have to be like maybe welterweights. Because if I'm going to coach a season, I'm giving 110% what's made me successful in the UFC. How, when I cover classes for Matt, I'm like, I open myself up. I'm like, okay, guys, this is fighting, okay? It's pretty damn simple. And this is how it goes. Granted, I've been doing it for 10 years straight at the same gym with the same coach. But I give 110%. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna, will Bill Gates, will Apple go to, who's their competitors? I don't fucking know. Sony be like, hey man, this is why we're successful, blah, 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 blah. You can make millions of dollars. Absolutely not. I'm gonna do it with another flyweight. Fuck. Go find a gym that can bring you success that I've gotten. So I feel comfortable doing it with maybe welterweight, lightweight, I don't know. But a lot of people are like, oh, you're a pussy, but that's just my boat.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. You know what? I was talking yesterday about former owner Bob Meyerowitz and what he did in the early days of the UFC, DJ, and what he talked about and stressed is taking people like yourself and turning you guys into household names.
Yep.
And that's what the UFC PR department does a great job of, is they take our fighters and they get you out there to be known. And people love the sport, people love the fight, but people love their favorite fighters.
Yep.
And they want to root against people as well as for people. And I agree, and good luck with your senior year and getting a gig in MMA. But I think that's the thing that's been done so well for many, many years, and I'm sure you would agree.
Yep. Look up their internship. They got a great internship for PR people. Brandon Garcia, I don't know if he started with the internship, but he's one of the head people on the social media team, so.
Yeah. All right, over here, go ahead, please.
Hi, what advice do you have for up-and-coming fighters to improve their speed and accuracy like you have?
To improve their speed and accuracy?
Yeah.
Hard work, dedication, practice makes perfect. I cannot tell you guys how many times, even when I still shadow box today, I'm still like, make sure I'm turning everything. When I kick, my hand exchange there. When I throw my knees, hand exchange there, elbows there, making sure my cock's there, all that. I mean, time, patience, just doing everything slow. Because at the end of the day, it's all muscle memory, right? So if you try to go super fast every single time, that's perfect. You look cool, you look flashy, but it's the guys who are like, hey, when I throw my jab, my chin's covered, my head's up tight. Okay, when I throw my cross, my hand exchange is good. Nothing beats that. So time, patience, just take your time.
How about that, turning it into the quick twitch? Because you're talking about perfect technique.
Yep.
Practice makes perfect. Be brilliant at the basics.
Yep.
How about taking it to that next step, though, having that quick twitch and that explosiveness?
Well, quick twitch and explosive is all genetics, okay? So there's some people out there, black people can jump high. You know, the Caucasians, they can't. But you do find the Caucasians who can. You do. I'm serious.
Just say what you think. Quit being so filtered.
I know, but I was watching a thing on Tor Owens, right? Tor Owens, he was a famous wide receiver, and he's 41 years old. And somebody back there told me, like, dude, he has McDonald's every day for breakfast, and he still has an 8-pack. Okay, my friend, you're genetically gifted. Some people just have fast twitch, muscles. Some people have great cardio. But you can build those things over time, but to get that fast twitch, to be, I'm never gonna be as fast as Michael Johnson, the, USA Olympic sprinter, because he has that boom, that fast twitch. I can boom, 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 and change elevations and keep up and throw knee, because that's my gift, and I've worked very hard to get that, so.
Thank you, and last, go Brian T. City.
Yeah!
Brian Ortega taking on that Carpenter dude. Next up over here. Another nice shirt.
Thanks. Yeah, I had to rep the Mighty Squad today, DJ.
That's nice and clean,
yeah.
dog.
Yeah. I just had a question. Just watching interviews that you have and following you on your Twitch and everything. When people ask you about upcoming fights, your answer is always the same. You're always like, it's just another fight. It's just another fight.
My fights?
Yeah, your fights.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's awesome because, I see a lot of fighters, they get so amped up and so stressed out about a fight, but you're always so nonchalant about it, so chill about it. I just wonder where that confidence comes from, and does that also come from an experience in your past where you've had, you got real emotional before a fight, and then you ended up, realizing later that it was better not to?
It comes from me competing so long, wrestling, track, cross country, mixed martial arts. I remember the first time I lost, I was so distraught. I was so, just out of it. Not like out of it, I was going to kill myself, but I was just like, I thought I was invincible. I'm in the hospital, broken hand. I'm like, BS. Then when I lost, to Dom, I was shot again. And I was like, losses are going to happen. Like, it's going to happen. I don't care. So there's a couple guys in the UFC who are still undefeated, right? My saying is that the longer you stay in a sport, you're going to lose. I don't care who you are. Like John Jones, he's going to lose eventually. And people are like, no, he won. I'm like, okay, yes, he will. If John Jones stays in the sport till he's 45, he's going to lose. If he gets out, if he leaves tomorrow, perfect. He retired, he didn't lose. So the longer you stay in a sport, you're going to lose. For me, when I go out there and fight, I'm like, dude, two things are going to happen. I'm not going to win, I'm going to lose. Okay, so we got that out of the way. It all depends on I'm never attached to the outcome of my fights, right? So I went out there, I knocked the bricks off Henry Cejudo. I go back home and I pressure wash. Everyone's favorite story of mixed martial arts. And then here I am again. I'm getting ready for the next one. Now we're on to number 9. If I go out there and I beat Wilson Hayes, we're on to the next one. If I lose to Wilson Hayes, I'm on to the next one. So why get all, here we go, baby, here we go, and we want to get it. No, I'm just, all right, let's see how this goes. Then if I win, I mean, that's just how I look at it, and that's how it truly is. If a person, you've seen guys go on 5-fight lose streaks, and then, then they finally get their walking papers from the UFC, and then they have to go figure out do something else. But instead of having a positive outlook on it, that things aren't going to end. I've seen champions lose their belt, and I see them destroy them, and they thought their life was the UFC belt, and I was like, dude, it is not. It is not. This is not your life. And Dana White even said, he goes, dude, fighting is a small part of your life. You have a huge part of your life that you need to feel. So make sure you save your money for that. So that's how I do it.
Hopefully you'll be streaming Twitch the whole time. People at home, follow DJ on Twitch. It's awesome, man. It's Mighty Squad, representing.
Thank you. And what is your name?
I am Kempo Joe.
Oh, Kempo Joe. Thank you, Kempo Joe.
Thank you, brother.
There's a ton of dudes over the years that lost to Anderson Silva, GSP, John Jones, way before they stepped through that gate.
Yep.
Way before they stepped through that gate.
Yeah.
And for you, I believe, and you've talked about it, you're doing your job to the best of your ability, pushing yourself every day in the gym, so then you are comfortable saying the rest can fall in place. But it's because you're doing your job, though. That's why you can have this attitude.
Yeah, everybody was like, man, you stream so much on Twitch, man. We see so much of you. And I'm like, dude, just because you guys don't see what I'm doing in the gym does not mean I'm not in the gym. Like, my training is very private. Like, I'm not the type of guy who brings a lot of media and all this stuff to my gym. I was like, because y'all don't need to see that. That's none of your guys' business when I'm doing the gym. What's my business is when I'm fighting an octagon. That's your guys' own business. People are like, well, you can get a lot more followers and fans. The last thing I want is some dude, hey, can you do that again, please? I want that shot. No, fuck off, dude. I'm working out. I'm training. People come to my gym like, that was a good round, dog. I'm like, get the hell out of here, dude. I'm not here to do this stuff. People are like, you're so rude in the gym. I was like, because I'm at fucking work. Don't let me come to your job like, Ariel, hey, Ariel, say this. Ariel, say this. No. Don't do it. So, yeah, that's how I am in my gym.
It's like when Mickey got pissed off at Rocky when he was training
Yeah.
about music,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
exactly.
Right?
Over here, go ahead, please.
What's up, Mike? What's up, DJ?
How are you, sir?
Before I ask you the questions, shameless plug, Fight Nights MMA podcast,
Good for
SoundCloud,
you.
and iTunes.
Good for you.
All right, so I had to get that out the way. But DJ, I gotta ask you, man. As one of the more intelligent guys fighting in the UFC today, I think it's kind of strange you're noticeably absent from the analyst desk. Is that something that you're planning on in the future?
Nah. I mean, obviously, I have my own thing going on in Twitch right now. www.twitch.tv/MightyMouse UFC 125. We actually have our own show called The Weigh-In Show where I break down and analyze fights for about 25 minutes and I go play video games. But for me, I think I have no filter. And sometimes my no filter gets me in trouble. And I think if I took a desk job, I don't think I'd do it. One of my favorite people, Howie Clark, he was a professional baseball player. He played for the Oilers. He was like, you know what I hate? I hate watching TV, and you're fucking lying to me. You're absolutely lying to me in my face. Don't tell me this person's explosive. She's not explosive. Don't tell me that. And I'm like, dude, you're right. I like that. So I don't think I can do that, but who knows, when my paycheck and my livelihood relies on it, maybe I might change it. Like, today, John, we got something good coming over you guys. And I don't know. So probably not going to happen. I don't know.
All right, and second question. I know your coach, Matt Hume, has direct lineage to Bruce Lee. Is there anything in particular from Bruce Lee that's kind of incorporated into your training that you know of?
I think Matt Hume has always been good about whatever doesn't work, learn everything, and then whatever doesn't work, scrap it, but make sure you have the tools for it, because I've learned so much over the years training with Matt that I've been able to display in mixed martial arts and in my fights to where we've never actually worked on it in a fight. You know, for a good example, when I had John Dodson against the cage, because I know John Dodson, he all he wants to do is defend a takedown. He's just going to defend my takedown. I'm like, perfect. I'll grab this leg, and you'll just do this. I'll put you against the cage, and I'll just, then elbow. Not one day in practice did we work that, or when you try to take them down, and they're defending takedown so hard, their face is open. That works. So that's things that I think maybe the Bruce Lee incorporation has worked to where, make sure you keep everything, because you never know when you have to solve a problem, you can dig in your toolbox. Like, literally when I'm fighting, that's what I'm doing. I have this huge toolbox, and I go in and I'm like, okay, this guy likes to move a lot, so let's go to that department and da-da-da-da. Okay, he's moving that way. Okay, da-da-da-da. All right, this little high kicks. Okay, that works. Over in the clinch, he's moving this. Okay, the left. That's my simulation in my head, so there you go.
All right, thank you.
You're
Fight
welcome.
Nights MMA, SoundCloud, and iTunes, baby. Check it out.
Hit it up.
Awesome, thank you. One of the many, many things they said about Bruce Lee is that he could learn a technique. You would teach him a technique one day. He would come back to train the next day, have it perfected, be better than everybody at it, and it would just happen over and over and over again.
He's very gifted.
Yeah, I would say that was understated, maybe just a twitch.
Yeah, right.
Next up.
Mike, DJ, what's
How are
going
you?
on?
What's up?
So I got two questions for you, DJ. The first one, a couple weeks back, there was a Twitter poll going out asking fans who their top 200 best fighters of all time were. And there were 10 names that were as a choice, and then there was a search bar below. Names on there like Silva, John Jones, BJ Penn. One of the 10 names that was not up there was Demetrious Mighty Mouse Johnson. And one of the ones that was up there was Conor McGregor. Do you feel like you got snubbed being not one of those top 10 choices?
No. Life's still going on. People are gonna like you or not, So if I sit there and I'm like, I didn't make it, then I'm gonna snub, and I'm snub club. I don't care. Life still goes on, and that's the thing. That's my outlook, If the UFC, they're like, dude, that UFC 199 Q&A you did was absolutely garbage. I'm like, sorry, just keeping it real. Sorry the fans didn't like it, but they call me back, yo, DJ, that UFC 199 Q&A, it was straight fire. We want you back for your 201, and 203, 204. Sounds good. Let's make it happen.
Fair play. All right, the second question is, seeing the notoriety that Conor has brought to the featherweight division and the whole UFC, do you wish there was another, maybe a clone of Conor McGregor in the flyweight division to bring notoriety to your division?
I don't want all that bullshit. I don't want all that him showing up and not showing up. And him. Don't get me wrong. I love absolutely everything Conor McGregor stands about. But for a dude, when it's like the whole I understand why the Mayweather and the Conor thing they're doing, they're talking about it. But for me, man, I'm like, dude, do you want to fight or not? If Mayweather was like, we won't talk then. I was like, dude, simplest fucking question. Do you want to fight or not? Yes or no? Yes, I want to fight. Okay, you can talk to this dude and do the numbers. Give me a date and I'll be there. That's how I run my life. Matt Hume does all the talking for me. For me, I just make sure I'm in the gym. Like Matt's like, we're gonna do this and this and this. I was like, sounds good, Matt. I just do my job, make sure I'm in shape and go out there and fight. He goes, you just keep doing that. Don't worry about that.
Great.
So.
Good luck in the future. I would actually like pictures with both of you after too.
Okay,
awesome. Thank you, bud. Thank you. Fire away.
Hey, DJ. I know you're coming from Washington, so first I want to welcome you to LA.
Thank you.
Home of the LA Galaxy First to 5 championships, okay?
Wow.
LA stand up. My question
here.
to you, basically, first of all, props to you. You are, in my opinion, you are the best pound for pound fighter on the planet right now.
Thank you.
You're underappreciated, for real, man. I know you're a gamer. I don't play a lot of video games right now, but back in the day, my favorite game was GoldenEye 64. You remember that one?
Yep.
And my favorite person to use was Oddjob. Like all my friends, they had guns. I didn't even need a gun. I'd run around and just karate chop everyone to death because I was this short. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it made me start thinking, like, where do you stand as far as movies are concerned? Because I could totally see you in an action film, totally. As a shorter person, kind of like Oddjob, whooping like 10 dudes or something like that on an action film. So is that something that you're open to doing, being in films or TV?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'd love to be in, like, I'm a huge comic book, or I love the Marvel thing.
Yeah.
I was like, I could be Black Panther's son, and I can inherit Black Panther's title after he
Word,
moves on,
man, I'm telling you.
Because I got the speed, I know how to fight, and it's not like, Black Panther was born, genetically, he eats the herb, and he gets all the power. So,
Yep.
I mean, if Hollywood ever comes calling, my door will absolutely be open. But first thing is first is, my mixed martial arts career.
Yep.
And then after I'm done with that, then yeah, absolutely, I'd be totally down with that. Being a short dude running around kicking ass, why not?
I'm telling you, man. But stay away from that Black Panther herb, man. I don't think you
Why?
saw us down with that. You saw
you talking about that
pop,
kush.
man.
That's what you talking about.
Well, I think we'll move on.
Hey, my name's Aaron, and I gotta say, as a smaller guy, you probably are the biggest inspiration. And I guess my question is, if you could give me one piece of advice for life, just in general, what would it be?
Fuck, man. Life's a big, 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 big problem. It's not a problem, but there's so much things that goes on in life, and I will say, for me, being a shorter guy in life, there's shorter people than me. They get along just fine. Just do good by you, man. Don't let anybody, don't be a follower. Don't let anybody persuade you doing things that you don't want to do. I've lost friends for doing my own thing and trying to, grow my own t-shirt company, I guess you could say, or just focusing on myself and focusing on my family, not worry about it and trying to walk on eggshells anymore. For me, man, like all I need in life is my wife, my 2 kids, and my family. That's all I need. And once I realized that, then it made life so much easier trying to please people and try to do those things. Like, some dude goes, hey man, you want to come over and play poker? I don't like fucking poker. You want to come and play video games? I have a video game console. I do not want to share with you. Like, that's just, I'm not a rude person. I'm not mean. It's just like, dude, like, that's how I roll in life. And if you don't want to be a part of it, then that's totally fine. I'm not mad. I'm not upset. It's just, I understand. I'm an adult. And friends you're going to lose friends. You're going to gain friends. And, it's at the end of the world. That's how I look at life. And it's worked out good for me. And I'm sure it will do the same for you.
Thank you. That's it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, guys, we're running low on time, so let's do a little rapid fire here. You got like 15, 20 seconds to ask your question. DJ will fire off a quick answer. You know, back and forth, try to get everybody in. We are low on time. But you fire away first. We're going to do a little rapid fire, all right? Fire away.
All right, DJ. Nice to meet you. I would like to know your comments about the new weigh-in system adopted by the UFC here in California. What's your opinion? Is it better for the fighters? It will help
The weigh-in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the weigh-in is good. I think the weigh-in is going to be good. I haven't gone through it personally, but I'm pretty sure I'll get the feedback from the other fighters. But it's good to be able to weigh in at 10 o'clock in the morning. So the thing is going to come down to, like, when does that person need to cut weight? Does he sacrifice not having a good sleep and going to bed? You know, before I go to bed, before I cut weight, I go to bed with some food in my stomach. So it all depends on how the fighter is. I'm totally fine weighing in at 4 o'clock in the afternoon because I know how to cut weight. I've never missed weight once. So But we'll see. We'll find out. But it could be good or it could be bad. Like the UFC says, you got to show up at 136. I was like, not fucking happening, bro. I show up at like 139 because I'll lose all the weight. Don't worry about me. So good question.
Thank you very much. Next up over here. Thank you, sir.
DJ.
Hello.
What's up?
What's up?
Coming here today, I honestly didn't have a plan to ask you a question or make a comment. However, after hearing you speak so eloquently of Croatia and Krakow, I am from former Yugoslavia. I happen to be fluent in Croatian, so I was just wondering if I could maybe show you a little bit of love and respect today in Croatian. Not sure if you ever got that Croatian flag on your shorts, but I would like to show a little bit of love in Croatian.
Say hello everybody in Croatian.
Dobar dan svima. Ja sam ovdje danas zato što želim da čestitam Demetriusu Johnson. Svaka čast u ime Hrvatske i bivše Jugoslavije želimo vam sve najbolje. Translation. I am here today to show some respect to Demetrius Johnson. On behalf of Croatia and former Yugoslavia, we wish you all the best.
Hey,
Thank
give us one round of applause.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very nice. Go ahead, sir.
Hey. Hi, DJ. How are you?
Good. What's up?
Brazilian here from São Paulo.
Oi.
I'm very lucky to be here traveling, and this event is happening here. Well, just wanted to ask one thing. What are your plans to change the situation that you are number one pound for pound? Or
To change that?
And not bringing a lot of media. What are your plans to change this situation? When you are so good fighting, but you don't bring such a lot of media.
Ooh.
Not trying to, not being offensive, sorry.
Dude, I'm going to keep on fighting because at the end of the day, the product's going to be good. You can have product that doesn't bring, it sells a lot of, I'd rather be a product that's absolutely fucking amazing and just does pinpoint thing and keep on winning and winning and winning than have a product that comes in and lays duds, but it sells a lot of money. You know, I'm in the business of winning, and if that doesn't make, I mean, I could sell my soul and not focus on training. I mean, you realize what Conor McGregor, he's doing now. He's like, dude, I'm done selling fights. I'm going to the Icelands and I'm going to train prepared. I got lost in the game of advertising instead of getting lost in instead of putting his energy into training. I'm always into training. I come out, do my media stuff and all that stuff here and there, but 110%, if someone was like, dude, we got a big movie deal for you for the next Avengers 3, we're gonna pay you $6 million. I'm like, that sounds amazing, but I have a fight UFC 201. Let me take care of this first, and then when I have 3 weeks in time, I can shoot for 3 weeks and then get back into training. That's my mindset.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Well, Regato, over here, let's go.
He said, fix the problem.
What's up, DJ?
How are you, sir?
Just, I know we're running out of time, so it was a long question, but I'll try to keep it short.
Yep.
So, just trying to stick to UFC 199 in general. You have 2 losses in your career. It's, I believe it's Brad Pickett and
Dominic Cruz.
Dominic Cruz, yeah. So, my question to you is, if Dominic Cruz gets out of this fight, I know you were talking earlier about, you know, you walk around at 142 with beer and wings in you. So, how interested are you? Because you're at the top of the pound for pound list right now, and I know GSP was a big competitor. It would eat at him when he lost a fight. So my question to you is, how bad would you like a rematch with Dominic Cruz? I know you don't hang. You don't seem like the type that would hang on a fight or a loss like that. It's been a while. So how interested would you be in a super fight if Dominic Cruz was to win this fight? I know there's a lot of competitors in the bantamweight division already.
Yeah.
But how interested would you be?
Or
to get
even
that?
better, how about holding 2 belts at the same time?
Right.
I already talked to you. See, they say wouldn't let me do it. But if I could do it, I would do it.
So my question, sorry. My main question is, how bad do you want a rematch with Dominic Cruz?
It doesn't matter to me. If it happens, it happens. It does, it does. I mean, I'm not going to get hung up on trying to get the chase this rematch to win. At the end of the day, that's at the very bottom of my fucking totem pole. The highest thing on my priority is to stay healthy, keep winning, break Anderson Silva's record, be a good husband to my wife and children, and then if that ever comes around, then yeah, I'll get after it. I'm absolutely pumped about it, but it's not something I'm chasing right now.
Awesome, brother. God bless you.
Thank you very much, sir. A couple more real quick.
How you doing, sir?
2 more?
Who put him in charge?
Oh, he's
How you
Niner.
doing, sir?
He's in charge.
You stated before that you said that you wanted to break Silva's record of the title defenses. What is your opinion on the thoughts like the featherweight champion McGregor and Nate Diaz saying that belts don't matter and belts are a fairy tale?
Well, one, he says it's fair to because he hasn't got one yet. But technically he won. But in that aspect of him saying that, he says belts are a fairy tale because it's all about what you want to accomplish. But he's saying that I'm not a champion and I just got paid more than all the champions in the world. That's basically what he was saying. So he's basically saying he doesn't need a belt or be a champion to make that kind of money. He just needs Conor McGregor.
Right. What are your thoughts on Canelo Alvarez ducking Triple G?
I think Canelo Alvarez will destroy Triple G. I think Triple G takes a lot of hits when he fights. I mean, boxing, a lot of people, boxing is, the name of the game is hit, not to be hit. Mayweather destroyed Canelo Alvarez. Yes, it wasn't a fight, but he's moving, boom, there's a cross. Jab, oh, I move, boom, cross. Unanimous decision, Floyd Mayweather, thank you for the money, Pretty Boy Floyd. That's the name of boxing. So I think Triple G gets hit way too fucking much.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Hey, Demetrius, how are you?
Good, what's up, buddy?
Hey, I was wondering, like, are there any fighters out there that you just love to watch? Like, you'll buy their pay-per-views and stuff?
Oh, yeah, plenty of them. I like Conor, Jose, I like Courtney Love, I like Uriah, Dom. I mean, there's not one fight I do not dislike watching. So because I think every fighter brings something different to the table.
Do you have, like, a personal favorite?
Man, Mighty Mouse. Oh, well, I'm fighting. I can't watch myself.
Oh, yeah, good point.
You know, my personal favorite, like if Conor fights, I have to go. Just because the atmosphere the crowd brings, and I like how he's here. I like to see what he, like when I saw him fight at the beginning, I was like, okay, I know what he's doing. And when I saw him fight Nate Diaz, I was like, damn, he's giving it to Nate. Then he got tired and got choked out. Jose, I love watching the fight. Frankie, Tyron Woodley. I mean, like I said, man, I like everybody.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you. Fire away, sir.
Mighty Mouse. My name's Isaac. You know, after your fight against Henry Cejudo, I saw you right before you were about to get your hand raised. You're doing your little chest pop. So I just want to know, this question isn't for you. It's actually for Mike. Mike, you be the judge. Who's the chest pump champion of the world? Me or Demetrious Johnson?
Look at him. You see him move his shoulders?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. I'll put my...
I'm uncomfortable right now. Brock Lesnar.
And last question. Can I get a picture after?
We'll fire away for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Good stuff.
Mike.
You win. You win.
I want.
What the fuck?
You guys just witnessed history.
You can beat me up.
Ariel
or you win.
Hawani. Put that out there.
All right, last one over
He's
here,
not paying
last one over
attention.
here. Fire away.
So, Cub Swanson lives down the street from me.
Yeah.
His brother
You
Steve
have a little
fights
cubby
at...
bear thing from him? From Cub? You got a little cubby bear?
Killer Cub.
What? Oh, you need to get one. Never mind. You don't have one.
Oh. Yeah, so Cub Swanson lives down the street from me. His brother Steve fights in MMA in your weight class. Have you seen any of his fights, and what do you think of his skill set?
I have not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he has
There's
a real...
nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I just have not. There's so many fighters, and I'll tell you right now, when I'm streaming on Twitch, they're like, man, have you seen this guy? Well, I'm like, haven't. I've asked people on Twitch, hey, do you know who I am? They're like, fuck no. And I'm like, don't worry about it. It's perfect. Let's talk.
Yeah. And also, real quick, I'm Nate Craig 3 on Twitter, and it's Nate's MMA Corner on YouTube for all you guys.
Yep. Grow up.
Hey, how about a big round of applause for the champion, Demetrious Mighty Mouse Johnson.
I'm so disappointed in you, Ariel.
All right, don't forget, check out the UFC 199 Fan Village, presented by Harley Davidson. It's tomorrow, 12 to 4, in the main parking lot right here at the Forum. You'll be able to meet some of our UFC fighters. Paige Van Zandt, that man right there, Mighty Mouse. This event will be free, open to the public. It is the UFC 199 Fan Village, presented by Harley Davidson. Live your legend. We'll see you tomorrow night, everybody, for the pay-per-view. Thanks for coming today. So long.
Some chords in an order that is new. I wish I didn't have to rhyme every time I sang.